Hi, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. I thought I would hop on today just to say hello and have a bit of a catch up and show you some of the things that I have been making. You're looking at me and not my desk because the usual reason, it's a mess. So I thought I'd show you a couple of things that I have received, one of which I've had a play with and one of which I haven't yet. So one of my favourite flowers is the sunflower, and I don't really have, I've got a little hunky-dory die that kind of looks a bit like a sunflower if I use the right colours, but I wanted to get like a big sunflower die, so I ordered this, excuse the bit of sticky tape on it, this Moonstone combo die, which is a hunky-dory one as well. So it comes with a fab big stamp and of a sunflower, and it says sending you sunshine, and there's the lovely bee as well. And then you get the die, and I don't think I looked that closely before I bought it because I think I thought I was going to get the flower as a whole die, but it's not. It's like all the individual petals, so it's a bit more fiddly, but actually it looks very effective. So I had a bit of a play with that and just made a really simple card when that arrived. So I used the stamp, and there's a couple of Nouveau drops, whatever they're called, the very pale kind of translucent ones. And that is, I think that's just 2 layers of the petals. But I thought it was quite nice. So that is the first thing that I made. The other thing that arrived from the same order, because I always want to spend more than £15 on Craft Stash so I can get the free postage. If I just paid the postage, it would be cheaper than buying something else. But as a child of the 80s, I saw this somewhere. It flashed up on Facebook or something from Sizzix adverts. I'll take it out of the packet so it's not glaring. And I thought, oh, I really want this. So I've not had a chance to play with it yet. I've got a slight die cutting machine problem, which should be resolved in the next week. But it's these little very 80s items. So the roller skates, the boombox or ghetto blaster, whatever, the cassette with all the tape running out, Game Boy, floppy disk, mobile phone. I never knew anybody that had a big chunky mobile phone like that. Nobody I knew had that much money. But the rest of it all I remember. And I didn't have funky roller boots like that. I had like old roller skates. I don't know where they came from. They must have been hand-me-down from somebody, that were just like the base, and you kind of screwed them onto the sole of your shoe. Anyway, I nearly broke my neck just with those, so probably these would have been much worse. But I do remember going to like the roller disco and things as a little kid. So I'm going to have fun making some 80s embellishments with those. As I say, I usually use a Big Shot Plus, and I love it. But I've had this problem before, but then I cut a lot. Like every day I cut quite a lot of stuff. And because I make lots of stuff that I sell in my shop, I do use it a lot. So it's not really a negative about the machine, but I like wear out the cogs. So the one I've got, it's starting to, it cuts the first couple of inches, and then it does this kind of chick, 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 and it's not, the gears aren't catching. So I've just stopped using it because I have learnt from a previous one that the next step of that is that it just seizes up. So whatever dies are in at that time get stuck, and I then call in the husband to try and help, and bless him, he has always managed to get them out, because I think I've had it a couple of times before. But usually it involves like a hammer and unscrewing the whole thing, and then just kind of beating it up with a hammer. And do you know, he's a busy man, he's not wanting to be spending time doing that, so I've just left it, because I do actually have, I've got a Todo, which I bought on a whim, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago, from Create and Craft, because you can do hot foiling. I've never done hot foiling on it. Letter pressing. I've never done letter pressing on it. I'm terrible. I'm trying to be a lot better. I don't buy big, expensive things like that anymore unless I kind of know I'm going to use it. But anyway, so I've got this Todo and it's my backup so that if I get orders in, then I could use it, because I can't really nip to the range or Hobbycraft at the moment. I think the range is probably open, but it's out with our area, so I'm not meant to travel to it. So anyway, long story short, I am die cutting a sort of minimum of things at the moment. So I'm kind of trying to use more stamps and use things I have already die cut, or that I just need to die cut little pieces, because I don't think I can fit any 4 on that. So waffle. So I haven't played with that one yet, is the story. Then I also, this week, I have been lucky enough to be picked to be on the Little Paper Tree Shop design team for, I think it's for 3 months. So they sent me some lovely goodies to play with, and I'm posting. I'm not sharing on their blog or anything. It's just, I have done that in the past, but I'm just sharing on social media. So on a Friday, I will be sharing a project made using products from their shop. So they sent me, this is just going to glare, that's better. They sent me this lovely stamp set, which is called Best Things in Life Floral Stamp Set by Catherine Pooler. And I have used a couple of Catherine Pooler stamp sets before, and they're really lovely quality. And this is just gorgeous. It's got like tiny flowers. I can move it up a little bit. So there's some really tiny little flowers and leaves, right up to kind of big foliage and some lovely roses. So this is the card that I made and shared on Friday. So I heat embossed in clear powder some of the foliage on a piece of white card, and then I inked it up, and I used this cracked pistachio distress oxide, the Lucky Clover distress oxide, and peacock feather, which I've only got in this teeny little distress ink cube. I really need to buy a bigger one of that because it's such a gorgeous turquoise colour. So I did that, and then I heat embossed the sentiment in black, and then kind of inked round it and layered it up with, it's actually navy card, and I just added a couple of the roses coloured, and there's a few little of the Nouveau very translucent drops dotted about. So it says, the best thing to hold on to in life is each other, which is very cute. So that is that. And then I've also been playing, a few weeks ago now, I think, I ordered some Gorgeous Girls die sets. I think one I got on eBay. I think this one, which all the dies are out on my desk in the mess. This one is called Little Pumpkin. So that's what it makes up. I think this one I got on eBay. I think she's maybe quite a recent collection. Maybe I'm wrong. And I think this one I got on Hixie Soft. So it's the little girl with the birdhouse. She's called Birds of a Feather. Cute. It's like I've used everything other than her little socks. So there is another one, but I've used it to make a card that I'm sending to somebody who's having a giveaway, so I don't want to show that one until afterwards. I'll put a photo up of the card I made once it's been received. So the Little Pumpkin, is that what she's called? Little Pumpkin. Oh, I made a series of little fairies. Is she showing up enough? that any better. So this one I used a little pattern, so it's a little pretty floral dress. And you actually get the die, which cuts out all the little black stripies for her tights. And then the wings and the little heart and the belt, I think they were all cut from some of that pixie powders on glossy photo paper. So there's a little bit of, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little bit of that mica sheen to her. So she's just so cute, really. I had to make quite a few of her. Where's the green one? Here she is. So I made a little green one. And again, this is that pixie powder, sort of, it's very pale. And I just coloured in the tights with a little bit of green. So a little blonde one. This one I coloured in the hair. This one I just cut it out of yellow paper. And then the last one of these that I've got is this little girl. So yesterday was my birthday, and I got a card from the lovely Kim Kelly, and in it she put a few squares of paper, and this was one of the patterns. In fact, the wings are the same. The wings are part of it as well. So it was 2 of the squares here, but I thought this was just, what a pretty dress. I think I would like a dress made out of that material. And she's got a little gold heart and belt, and I just inked her legs a wee bit with the what it's called, Tattered Rose Distress ink. It's a sort of pale dusky pink. So those are my little fairies, and I keep finding little scraps of paper that I think, oh, I want to use that for a dress for it too. So there'll be more of them, I think, and I'll definitely put some of those in my giveaway, make some embellishment bags up with those. Then the little bird house, what is it, Birds of a Feather girl. I've done a few different ones of her as well. So I made a little one with a little flowery dress. I've not used the birdhouse yet. I'll need to do that one. And for the face and the hands and the legs, I just coloured them in with alcohol ink. So I think this one was this tan blend from the Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir. So that's her. And then I made a wee cheeky one, little blonde girl, and that was the Fair Skin pens, but the same idea, I just coloured it all in. And then the last one I made, I tried to make her a little bit like Alice in Wonderland. So the blue is actually cut from one of those pixie powders on photo paper. Gives it a really nice kind of glossy. And I added an extra layer, so she's got kind of petticoat below. And Alice, I think Alice has stripy tights on. I've made her blonde, and I gave her a little Alice band. So I just cut a little strip myself, just kind of try and look like an Alice band. And there's a die for this tiny little flower, so I popped the little flower on with a little sparkly drop of Nouveau in the middle. So that is the little Alice. So I thought they would be cute for embellishments, card toppers, that sort of thing. Now, I just had it and I put it somewhere safe and I don't know where it is now. I also made one of the little butterflies, but I can't find it. I'm sure the minute I switch off the camera I will find it, and that will be annoying, but no. Anyway, I've also been making some shakers. So I think I saw Rare Roo, in fact I think Rare Roo Craft, Sarah, sent me a little bow shaker when we did our Halloween swap. So I got this one, I think just off eBay. So it's kind of purpley, and I cut it from pearl card and layered it up. And there's a little bit of very pale patterned pink paper behind. So there's a couple of those that I've made. And then I also made this. Oh, I can't remember. I think this might just have been eBay as well. And it comes with all sorts of other dies in it that I'm not really sure where they're meant to go or what you're meant to do with them. So I just put the nose on the top to kind of look like the cat's, the heart on the top, sorry, to kind of look like the nose on the cat's face. But I've put some little stars and sequins and micro beads in there, and I thought it was quite cute. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with these. I might put them on little paper clips, maybe. So they could be used as in a journal or whatever. But I am going to be making a big bunch of those, I think, because they are really fun. Last check around for that pesky butterfly. And no, he's escaped. He has fluttered off, so I won't make you look at me do that anymore. So yeah, so that is probably all my chat for today. Oh, I wanted to show you the other thing, because it was my birthday yesterday, but we're in lockdown. So we just had quite a chilled out day. We got an afternoon tea delivered, which was delicious. If I can figure out how to include a photo, I'll pop a photo in and show you the afternoon tea. But it was lovely. It's just from a local community cafe. And we watched a couple of movies, and I did a bit of reading, and I also did some cross stitch. So I finished, I was doing a big sunflower one that took me months and months. So I finished that, and this is the one that I'm on now. And it's a design by Barbara Anna Design, and it is a digital kit, or digital pattern, sorry. So you just get the pattern, and then you can follow the thread directions if you want to, or go your own way. So I've gone my own way with the fabric because it was a call for quite a dark sort of teal fabric, and I couldn't find that. Maybe if I could go into shops I would have done. So I decided to go for this kind of cloud printed Ada. I think they asked for an even weave, and I just decided it's easier on my old eyes to use this. So that's how far I've got with her. And I think there's 2 or 3 installments of the pattern out, and there'll be more coming. So I'm really enjoying stitching her. There's a few more flowers, so I think this afternoon I might do some more of that for a little bit of a change from paper crafts, and it's a bit more sociable because I can do that sitting downstairs on the sofa. When my husband gets back from golf, we'll have lunch and do a bit of, probably put a film on, because that's what we do at the weekend, because we can't really go anywhere. So yesterday we watched Ghostbusters I must be feeling very nostalgic with my 80s die cuts and Ghostbusters, but it was really good fun. I haven't watched it for ages. It's on Netflix at the minute. So I hope that you are all well and having a nice weekend, and that I've not bored you too much with my blethers. But I am going to catch up. I think I didn't really watch any YouTube yesterday, so I'm going to catch up and see what's happening. I think I've got some comments I need to respond to as well, so I'm going to get cracking with that. I'll probably put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, and do a bit of YouTube bits and bobs. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Keep safe and well, and I will see you during the week. Thanks for watching. Bye.